we might have some off-road fun to play with too. So great program and some fantastic resources here for everybody this week. We have folks from our Connected Technologies team, because as you're all aware, it's a brand new Toyota audio multimedia system. This new screen is fantastic in how it looks, how it responds. The voice commands are it's a very natural, it's got the natural voice programming to it, so really good in terms of just saying, hey Toyota, where's the target? That kind of thing. And then also we got the team from product sales engagement. Mustafa's here. Mustafa. And then Jillian Martinez. Jillian is the product planner for marketing for RAV. So her and Mustafa will be doing a walkaround in just a second. On top of that, we have Owen Peacock. Right here. Around back here.
There you go.
Owen is the general manager for Toyota marketing. So if you'd like to speak about marketing with Owen, just let myself, Nathan Kokis, or Craig Taguchi know. Those are my fellow PR team members. Real quick shout out. 18 years at Toyota for Craig Taguchi. Just so And we have some very special guests from Japan with us too. So we have Hayashi-san. Hayashi-san is with the GR marketing team. So he's been with for a real long time. If you want to ask him about that, I won't share it. But he's here to talk GR. So if you have questions on the GR sport side of things, that's his specialty. And then we also have the chief engineer for the RAV4, Mr. Futanagane. So Futanagane is I'm going to turn it over to Futanagane to cover some basics on RAV, and then we'll go and do the product walk around with Jillian and Mustafa, and we'll open it up for questions.
Everyone.
Good morning.
I was very looking forward to seeing you and introducing new Gen RAV4. Today, I want to tell you accurately, so allow me to speak through interpreter Toshi. Okay. はい、少し私のバックグラウンドを話させていただきます。
So, we'll go into a little bit of the background of Futanagane-san.
技術者としてトヨタに入社して10年間エンジンの先行開発をしてまいります。
So, he was in advanced development of engines for 10 years after joining Toyota Corporation.
その後、現在の製品企画の部署に移動して、
So, then he moved to the current product planning division.
4代目、5代目の RAV4 を担当して、
And he was in charge of 4th gen and 5th gen RAV4s.
そしてハイランダー、グランドハイランダーの開発責任者を担当させていただき、
he was also in charge of Highlander as well as Grand Highlander.
そして現在に至って
And here he is today.
さて、6世代の RAV4 ですが、
So 6th generation RAV4.
RAV4 は常に乗っていただくお客様にちょっとしたワクワクドキドキを感じていただきたい、そんな車を目指してきました。
So the main goal was to have everybody who drives the RAV4 have just that little bit of excitement, that little bit of anticipation and fun.
時代もいろいろ流れて、お客様の思考も変わってきております。
Times have changed, the expectations from customers have changed.
今回3つのことに取り組んでおります。
So there were 3 main focal points that we worked on for this vehicle.
1つが電動化。
First is electrification.
2つ目が多様化。
Second is diversification.
そして3つ目が、知能化です。
And also third is also being smart or intelligence.
RAV4 をはじめとする SUV、これらの車はやはり自然と共存していきたいと考えております。
So RAV4s, all of us, we want to coexist with nature. All kinds of SUVs moving forward.
ですので電動化を推進するために、
So in order to push electrification,
今回パワートレーンはハイブリッドとプラグインハイブリッドを選んでおります。
And so the powertrains have been now exclusively come down to hybrid and plug-in hybrids.
一方でRAV4 が大事にしてきた走り、これは大事にしたい。
On the other hand, we want to make sure that the performance, the dynamic performance of the RAV4 remains intact.
今回の第5世代ハイブリッド、そして第6世代のプラグインハイブリッド、
5th generation hybrid system and 6th generation plug-in hybrid system.
これらはRAV4 の走りをさらに進化させることに貢献できております。
They have contributed greatly to an increase in dynamic performance for this new RAV4.
2つ目に多様化です。
And second is diversification.
皆様のおかげで RAV4 は180カ国を超える国々の皆様にご愛用いただいております。
Thanks to all of you, RAV4 is now sold in over 180 countries across the world.
もちろん一番多くのお客様はアメリカ
The
です。
biggest market here is the US.
お客様の思考が非常に多様化してきております。
But customer tastes have been diversifying greatly lately.
我々は今回3つのモデルを準備しまし
So
た。
this time we've prepared 3 main models for you.
コアと
The Core,
ウッドランド、
Woodland,
そして GRLs です。
and the GRS models.
これらは単にスタイリングが違うだけではなく
These
て、
are not just styling exterior differences.
走り、
The performance,
機能、
functionality,
それぞれで特徴を持っています。
everything has its very unique individual characteristic.
ぜひ試乗してご体感く
Please
ださい。
drive it and experience all the differences that they have to offer.
3つ目が
The
自動
third
化
one
です。
is intelligence.
皆さんもご使用しているこの
As you guys
携帯電
know,
話。
your new smartphones,
やはり現代の生活が情報が非常にシームレスにつながってくる時代
we
になってまいりま
have
した。
lots of seamless information going back and forth daily.
車も同じく情報がシームレスにつながる、そんな、車を目指しております。
Our goal is to make sure we can have the car also integrate seamlessly into our daily lives.
例えばマルチメディアが非常に機能的で分かりやすくなって、すごく操作スピードが速くなっております。
So our new multimedia system has many more functions and is much faster as far as processing.
そして音声認識の精度も格段にアップしております。
And we've dramatically increased and improved the voice recognition capabilities of the system.
先代では私の下手な英語は認識してくれませんで
In
し
the
た。
older version, the vehicle would not recognize my terrible English pronunciation.
今回のモデルはちゃんと認識してくれます。
They understand.
はい。このように RAV4 は非常に進化してまいりました。
So the RAV4 has advanced greatly.
いろいろと喋りましたけれど
So
も
I've、talked a long time,
ま
but
ずは触って、
please
運
touch
転
it,
して
drive it,
楽しんでくだ
and
さい。
have fun with it.
皆様のフィードバックを
We're
楽
looking
しみ
forward
にして
to
おり
your
ます。
feedback.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
much.
Alrighty. Well, hello everyone. My name is Joey Martinez and I'm the vehicle marketing planner for the RAV4. And here with me today is my friend Mustafa Jawed from our product sales education team. And we're here today to give you a quick walk around of the 3 hero grades for the all new 2026 RAV4. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a little bit of background. I'm sure you guys have noticed that these have 3 very distinctive styles. As Fudo Nagane-san had mentioned, we have these 3 styles so that there's a RAV4 for every customer. First, we have our core grade, with the hero being the limited, and this style is capitalizing on modern styling as well as technology. Coming over here to our rugged identity, our Woodland, which is now a permanent grade in the lineup. Previously was only a special edition, but now it has that added capability as well as those tough exterior styling cues. Then, of course, we have the GR Sport, the vehicle that needs no introduction, developed alongside with the Gazoo Racing Engineering Division. So with that, we will go into our core identity. Starting out with the Limited, I'm sure the very first thing you all notice is this color-keyed front bumper. And the thing that makes this exclusive to Limited is the satin chrome accents on the interior openings. You might find other vehicles, other grades in the lineup having a very similar grille, but they don't have those silver chrome accents inside. They might be dark chrome or completely matte black. This is the thing that makes Limited so special. And then if we come over here to the fog lights, completely standard on Limited, and you notice these piano black accents. Then a fun Easter egg for y'all. If you take a quick look inside, you'll be able to find that refreshed RAV4 logo deep in the fog lights. Now up here we have standard all LED headlights. Mustafa, do you want to tell the people what makes these headlights so special?
Sure, again, you'll notice when you're behind the wheel of all of these vehicles that the headlamp clusters are different by many grade types. Over here, we have the high-end premium headlamp cluster. Every RAV4 is going to have LED headlamps, but this one also has LED turn signal indicators as well as LED accent lights. You'll notice that it's the same as the GR Sport, for example, but the Woodland has a different style front headlamp cluster. And while we're over here, let's take a look at the side moldings as well, the fender overarching. We have a unique finish on all three of these vehicles over here. You have a flush matte finish. On the Woodland, you have a more rugged, chiseled matte approach. And then lastly, GR Sport, you'll see that piano black treatment to the over fenders. So just a couple of points of making it different. And last but not least, while you're here with me, 20-inch wheels available on limited. 18s will be standard. This is the highest wheel you can get for limited. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look on the inside for anybody who's able to. Let's come on over. And Jillian, what are some real touch points that we want to make sure everyone notices on the interior?
So we want to focus on the interior because this is where limited truly shines. We got features on top of features on top of features for this crown jewel of the core grade. So first you'll notice this limited seat design, exclusive to limited and Woodland for that added comfort. Then if we look up top, we have a power tilt slide panoramic moon roof. Completely standard, so yes, every single limited build will have this beautiful panoramic moon roof to let some of that sunshine in as you're enjoying your drive. Then where limited really shines is here in the center console. You'll notice we have a shift-by-wire shifter, which is a RAV4 first. And then as we come up, we notice two Qi wireless charging pads. Again, another Toyota first, and this is the only grade that will come completely standard with those two Qi wireless chargers. Then, noticing these buttons here, we have our new 3D panoramic view. So this is available when you are in park, and then you have the ability to pinch in, out, and even change the angle, seeing everything all around you. I can see all you lovely people as well as some of the other vehicles all around us here today. And that is debuting on the RAV4. Another thing to mention here is Limited has the largest screen size available. That is the 12.9-inch multimedia screen. And as you guys have noticed, we have a 12.3 digital gauge cluster for the mid. Now this is completely standard across all grades, even starting on Limited. And what makes this really cool is that it is integrated with the multimedia system. So if you have any navigation going on with multimedia, you could also see those same directions here on that mid. Then finishing it out, we have our digital rear view mirror, completely standard on Limited as well. So with that finishes it up for Limited. Let's go ahead and take it to our Woodland. So bringing it over to the rugged grade, we have that Woodland, like I mentioned before, now a permanent grade in the lineup. And here we have that rugged hammerhead grille up front with that Toyota Bug front and center completely integrated into the grille. Now, if we come down over here, you'll notice that we have these rigid industry fog lights. Again, another feature completely standard to Woodland, and this gives you that added visibility to deliver on that capability that Woodland promises you and delivers. Coming all the way up here, following me to the wheels, you'll notice that the Woodland has a couple of just beefier tires. Mustafa, do you want to talk to the people about the wheels?
Yeah, sure. So capability, I'm glad you mentioned that with those rigid fog lamps. These tires, screen capability, standard on the box on every Woodland all-terrain tires. No option needed for that. And those 18-inch rugged wheel design, also standard and exclusive to Woodland. And also on the note of exclusivity, piano black door handles on Woodland. And check out the Woodland magic on this activity, the roof rail with the crossbars over here. Love that little accent, and those roof rails with crossbars are standard on every single Woodland. On the back, I'm not going to bother you all with coming around this tight space, but you will notice the badging and a standard tow hitch that also set it apart. Now, Jillian, shall we take a look on the interior once again?
Yes, we will. Because again, this is just where the style really shines. So first thing you'll notice is we have a new interior that we're debuting on the Woodland. This interior is called Mineral, and it is exclusive to Woodland as well. And we have these orange accents all throughout the interior, here on the steering wheel, center console, stitching, piping. You can find it everywhere, just giving a nice nod to that trail ready gear. And when we look at the interior, we have these soft touch panels that are uniquely patterned, again, completely exclusive to Woodland. And just something I want to show you guys, this is available on all RAV4s, but we like to show it specifically on the Woodland. Yes, you could open center console on either side now, and then when you press both buttons, comes off, flips it over to a hard surface center console tray. Then whenever you would like, you could also just put it back for that soft touch armrest. And just some smart storage cues. So for the cup holders, this is again completely standard on all RAV4s. You could go ahead and take it out for that thoughtful and convertible storage. And we also have some of that storage space here in the center console, as well as the front passenger side. Now, one of the things that is exclusive to Woodland, yes, it has a 3D panoramic view monitor like I showed you guys in the Limited, but it also comes standard with that 3D multi-terrain monitor. And we have one true wireless charging pad here, as well as the 10.5 multimedia screen. And then the only option available on Woodland is our moonroof, which is up here, not piano, but still good, due to the crossbars and roof rails. So I think that pretty much sums it up for
Yeah,
Woodland.
just one last thing over here. I love the formats. You know, I'm a big fan, Jillian, so I'd be amiss if I didn't mention the unique ones for this
Yep,
grid.
completely Woodland, completely RAV4. So let's go and kick it over to, again, the people that needs no introduction. No? Oh. No? Oh. For the people that needs no introduction, to our GR Sport, again, developed alongside with the Gazoo Racing Division with some input. We have our GR design, the functional matrix grille with that GR logo, just a nod to the legacy of the GR line, as well as that piano black Toyota bug right on top, which is again standard and very unique to GR Sport. You'll notice on the other two, they are completely that chrome silver. Something you want to talk a little bit about lights?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the exclusivity that came with this grille. I am a big fan of lighting, already mentioned to you. You notice the high grade lamps, but take a look at those vertical LED accent lights as well over there. You got that GR badging, you have those aggressive vertical lights. This thing is making a statement even when it's standing still. I love it. Moving on over here, the GR Sport exclusive 20-inch wheels. That's the way you're going to be getting them, but you do have a choice in one regard. That's the tires. They come standard with summer tires. All season are going to be available. And besides how aggressive this 20-inch wheel looks, just take a look at those beautiful GR branded red calipers that you'll be getting standard with your GR Sport RAV4. Now, on the back, you are going to have a few more accents, which we'll take a look as we get into the interior like we did in the past couple. But definitely calling out that aggressive rear spoiler, the wing type, and the GR Sport badging that you will see as well. So Jillian, shall we go ahead and take a look at the interior real quick?
Yes, but there's one thing I want to show people. Did you guys know that this is the very first performance plug-in? So that is available right here. We have a J-type charging port so that this vehicle is compatible with level 1 and 2 charging, so that you have that about first 50 miles completely all electric, and then it'll kick it into that hybrid engine. Now we'll go into interior with all of those fun GR design cues.
All right, let's go ahead, let's bring it in.
So right off the bat, we notice a lot of that GR badging here, right here on the stub plate, floor mat, steering wheel, headrest. You can't get enough of it, you can't miss it. And one of the things here to really nail down that sport racing persona is those aluminum sword pedals, completely exclusive to GR Sport. You're not going to find it in any of the other sport grades at SC or XSC. And then we have these red stitching cues, again, just adding to that GR Sport style here on the steering wheel, seating, and center shifter. And we have have a 12.9-inch multimedia screen in here, and again, that integrated digital gauge cluster. So I think that pretty much sums it up for the interior of GR Sport.
But my favorite thing, Jillian, is that startup animation. When you start this thing up in the multi-information display, you will have a beautiful sequence. You'll be able to check it out when you get behind the wheel. But Jillian, can you show it off over here for those who are able to go ahead and see it come on? And the GR badging is going to remain on screen at all times, not just that startup.
Yep, you have that startup, and then if you look below here on the digital gauge cluster, you have that GR logo right at the bottom as well, just so that you remember what car you're driving. All right. I think that does it for our very quick walk around. I know you guys are so eager to see that vehicle, ask any questions or
So, thank you, Jillian. Thank you, Mustafa. Excellent, very thorough and fun. Mustafa loves floor mats.
You don't have the format guy.
He's a floor mat guy.
I am though, for Woodland, seriously.
Oh, you know,
that thing was
you got
not my
a lot of money
first
shoes, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I would like to, offer it up to Q&A. Obviously, we're outside. It's a little bit